Hello. So we just recently got our photos back from original weddings. I think they used to be called original sound. Now they are original weddings. And I just wanted to quickly leave a review. So my husband and I absolutely loved our photos. The whole process in general was just amazing to work with them. They to start off, like booking them, their packages are very clear in terms of what they provide and what they don't. Once you book, they have a very, very organized process in terms of easy a portal that you use and communicate with, communicate through, and all of their information and tips and strategy, how you think through every detail and how you approach your decision making that relates to photography and videography is so clearly laid out and organized, from figuring out how to schedule things into your timeline to what is the best look for the photos and the videos, and how you're going to decide on those. It is all laid out so wonderfully, and then they give you options to upgrade as you go through that. And then the questionnaire, easy to go through. They definitely give you direction and assistance through that. It was also wonderful working with the coordinators for that. They were very, very responsive. Every time I had a question, they went through and reviewed my questionnaire answers, just to make sure that everything worked for their people as well. And then on the day of our wedding, our videographer and photographer, very prompt, knew exactly what they were doing right away, had an idea of where things should be and where things should go. They were wonderful to work with, and so we really enjoyed that process, and they listened to our requests or anything that we had to say as well, and were very willing to make sure they captured everything that we wanted. They also came with a lot of their ideas of how they saw their artistry, which I absolutely loved, because that was one of the notes that I put in, was that you guys are the professionals. I trust you to create the images, these beautiful images that I will cherish, because sometimes like you see images on Pinterest or something, but that's great for that couple and that location, but it's not always the exact ideal for you in your specific situation. And that's where I want to lean on professionals for, is that they understand, hey, this is good lighting, this is the good location for this is a good pose for you and your dress and your shape and all of the details, so that you get those beautiful moments. It doesn't always have to be a copy of an image that you love. And I think those moments, those organic moments too, were the ones that I ended up pulling from and loving the most. And I'm so appreciative that I was willing to let them get those moments, and let them use their artistry. When we got back our images, we went with the timeless look. We absolutely loved the timeless look. The colors were so true to life. We had an outdoor garden wedding. It wasn't the brightest day. It was definitely a cooler May day. But the colors just were outstanding when we got them back. And we really loved going through each moment, and every image really told a story of who we were as a couple. They did a really good job at capturing the emotional aspects of it, and our story and who we were. And going through each of the photos, we get to kind of relive the night and definitely see some of the things that we didn't even realize that were happening in the first place, because you're so focused on what you need to do for the day, and trying to just embrace each other and embrace that moment, that you don't always see like every other little detail. So it was cool to see them having captured the bigger picture as well. So I would highly recommend them. They were wonderful to work with.